Hello, this is Sandy Reese with Stampacrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome to another video tutorial. Today I'm going to be using the Fun Home and Garden Bundle with the, what are these? The garden dies. I love these dies. I have a couple of them out. These all cut images from the stamp set, along with some extra images if you want to do metallic, metallic spade or a shovel or shears or whatever you want to do. Okay, I'm also going to use the Bragworthy stamp set. This is one of my favorites from the mini catalog. I love all the different sentiments. We just did a class with this last week that had been postponed because of COVID and weather, and it was a mess, but we finally got it done. But I wanted to use this sentiment that says, look at you doing grown-up things and stuff. I have grown-up kids, so this is a perfect set for them. All right, so we're going to start with a half sheet of crumb cake cardstock. That's going to be our base. Then I have a piece of early espresso, and then a piece of this kind of wood grain, excuse me, wood grain designer paper from the Tasteful Textures Designer Series paper pack. I feel like this is going to be retiring in the new catalog. I don't know yet, but it's been in there for a couple years, so I feel like this is going. So if you want some of this, now is the time to grab it. All right. So I'm just going to adhere the designer paper, and all my measurements can be found on the blog, which the link is listed below. All right. Then I have another piece of early espresso and a piece of basic white that I have die cut with the stitch rectangles. And I'll put the measurements for that as well so you know which one to use. All right, I'm going to stamp on this before, let's just do all of our stamping first. I'm going to stamp and die cut a shovel and a pair of gloves. I just stuck these on here so they're ready to go. And I'm using Memento ink. You know what? I didn't put that right. Let's try this again. Those are not going to fit on that little piece of paper that I gave myself. Let's do one at a time. See if we can fit them on here. Put our shovel first. Okay. And let's grab those and stamp our gloves. All right. Easy peasy. Now I want to stamp my ladder. And I'm using Memento because we're going to color with some blends. I'm going to stamp my ladder right on here. All right. I'm going to do it over to the left. Hopefully my ladder will be straight. If not, it's okay. Relatively straight. That's all we can ask for, right? Okay, let's do the sentiment. And I have a little piece of crumb cake. Let's see if we can stamp. I'm going to stamp this once down here and make sure it's looking pretty straight. Relatively straight. That's my word today. Okay, not too bad. I am good with that one. All right, so we are going to die cut our shovel out and our gloves, but I have already done that just to save a little time. So we'll bring in our die cut pieces. Let's get that cleaned up so we don't stick our arm in it. And we'll do a little bit of coloring. So let's bring in some blends. I have light Old Olive, and we're going to color our gloves with just the light Old Olive. It's not very big. It doesn't need a ton of shading. I'm just going to use one color. I don't know, I always see green work gloves. Green or cream colored or like black. I'm going to go back over just a little bit. Just a little extra shading. All right, let's do our shovel. Make sure that little piece in the handle's cut out. All right, I think for the bottom, I'm going to use this light gray granite. I just had to order new gray granite blends because my cap was left off of the dark one and it completely dried out. So this one's getting close. The light. All right. Now I'm using a couple of the new blends for some of my tools here. I love all the shades, all the skin tone shades, but these are also good for other things too. Oh, we need our silver back. Our handle. Well, I was going to make that red. Oh well. You guys never saw that. It's just going to be silver. And then I'm using a slightly darker one for the ladder. Look. My ink was not dry and I smeared it. All right, we can fix it. I feel like I'm fixing a lot of things lately. Something is going on. I've reverted back to beginner stamping, but I can't seem to do anything right here. We're gonna flip this over. It's stitched on both sides, so it's okay. You just flip it over on the other side. Oh, look, that's torn. That's not good either. Okay, we're just gonna go with this, and then I'm gonna clean that up later. I have a sand eraser that might be able to do that. I want the darker shade. So let's just pretend that smudge isn't there. I'm gonna see if I can cover it up with something too, because we can fix it. My theme is not to make a mistake on every project, but that seems to be what's happening lately. It's okay though. All right, we're just doing coloring, a little bit of coloring on the ladder. We have a ladder like this in our garage, but it's all falling apart. So I really need a new one. Okay. Let's adhere this to, don't look at the back. No one ever sees the back, so it's okay. It doesn't matter what it looks like on the back. All right. Now we are going to, see, I went out of the line. That's right where my my shovel's gonna go. All right. It's very skinny. I think that's gonna be too big. Let's just cut a little edge off of the side of our dimensionals and put that right here for the handle. And pop this up. Okay, and cover our out of the lines piece. And then our gloves are going to be leaning right there. So you're not going to see them. You're not going to see my smudge. We've left our gloves leaning against the ladder. And I did die cut a little piece of grass that I was going to stick at the bottom of the ladder. I'm going to stick it right here, so it's kind of behind the ladder. This is one of the dies. So in the die set, it comes with 2 pieces of grass that you can cut. I'm going to use some liquid glue for this and just glue this flat. We don't need a lot, just a little bit. And I want it tucked under my shovel. That helps give it a little more dimension. Yay! We fixed it. We can fix anything, I'm telling you. Almost anything. All right, so now we have our sentiment. I was gonna do a little bit of twine too, which I forgot to get out, so I'm gonna go grab that. But first I'm gonna flag my sentiment. Just cut one, cut a slit in the middle, and then flag it. That's not very straight. Okay, that's a little bit better. All right, let me grab a little bit of twine. What do we have? This is one of our basics twine. I don't know, I think it's crumb cake. But I want to just wrap it around a couple times around the top. And I'm not gonna cut it in a bow, I'm just gonna tie it in a knot. But I want to, hold on. I want to put my sentiment like right here, kind of hanging over. Let's do this so I can gauge. I'm going to put not too far, that's going to hang over. I'm just going to put 3 dimensionals over to the side. Right there. All right. Let's see if we can figure out where to tie this. I'm going to tie this right here. Hopefully tight. Just in a knot, and then we'll cut a little bit off. Okay. I don't know if I want to, we'll spread it out just a little bit. Okay, that's all sticky. We're gonna pop this up right here. So we're really only seeing the left side of our string anyway. All right, let's see, let's adhere this down flat. And let's pop this whole thing up with some dimensionals. I seem to only have mini dimensionals upstairs. Big ones would have been good for this. Okay. I'm going to put it a little bit to the left, because I've got that hanging over there. Okay, perfect. And now we're going to add just a couple of these brushed metallic dots. And I'm going to go with these. I like these. Let's just put a couple. Get a big, a small one. Big and a small. And there you go. Isn't that cute? Look at you doing grown-ups things and stuff. My kids like to do home improvements. They're just in their 20s, but they just love doing stuff in their house. So I'm going to save this for one of them next time they do it. Actually, my son-in-law, who's about ready to graduate from medical school, built himself a workbench. So I was super proud of him. I mean, it's a huge workbench, but he really did a great job on it. So yeah. I like to tease them about not only him, but all my kids about doing all their great home improvement projects. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this. If you place an order with me online this month, you're going to get a free gift in the mail. Make sure to check out my blog. It will have all the measurements and measurements and supplies. Instructions are right here, so you don't need those. But thanks so much for stopping by, and make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for stopping by today. See you next time.